Hey there, lovelies. It's Lily Vet with Flow for Balance, and today we're going to do a practice that is all about our breath. We're going to do Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, or alternate nostril breathing. What will you need? You're going to need your mat. You can also have a blanket that you can place on the floor if you want to sit on the blanket. You can also have a chair if you do not want to sit on the floor. You might want to have a journal if you want to go ahead and write down all of the techniques that we're going to be talking about. And you'll also want to have a compass. If you do not have a compass, you can go ahead and go to your app store on your phone and download a free compass app. Other than that, you will need your beautiful self. So go on ahead and round up those things, and I will see you back here in a few minutes. Welcome back. This is Lily Vet with Flow for Balance, and today we're going to do a practice that is going to help you with your breath work. It is Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, and it is going to be wonderful for your breath. It is alternate nostril breathing. So Nadi Shodhana Pranayama is going to be awesome. It is going to help you if you have anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, if you feel that you have some emotional, mental imbalances. And I'm going to go through all of that with you, because today what we're going to do is we're going to go through all of the background as it was written in Sanskrit. We're going to do a brief example of how it works, and then I'm going to let you go ahead and go through this on your own. We'll do a few rounds together, and then I'll let you focus on this practice. So let's talk about what the meaning of Nadi Shodhana is. Nadi means energy, and Shodhana means channels. So what this is the purification of energy channels. And what this specifically is geared toward is we have nadis, or these energy channels that are like highways of energies that crisscross all along our bodies. And we have 72,000 nadis in our bodies. And as these highways of energy channels are crossing over and over one another, they form like a net all across our body. So just imagine this huge net all over our body on the inside. And as they cross and all these channels crisscross, they actually go ahead and result in about 350,000 channels of energy. So we are just this bundle of energy, even though some days we might not feel that way, right? So we are layers and layers of energy and awareness. And we have 5 layers of awareness within us specifically. That is the Panchamaya Kosha. But the outer layer of that Panchamaya Kosha is the Pranayama Kosha, which is our energy body, our life, vital life force energy. And that's what we're going to be addressing today, because we want to go ahead and balance and purify that with our breath. So we're going to do a cleansing of our breath, a cleansing of these energy channels. So when we practice Nadi Shodhana, we are going to practice it on a flat surface. So we want to be completely parallel to the floor. One of the reasons that I didn't mention a bolster or a cushion to sit on is because that bolster or cushion will have us maybe slanted and we won't be completely flat or parallel to the ground. You can use a blanket because a blanket is a thin layer and it will still have you completely flat on the floor. So you want to be completely flat. You don't want to be tilted one side or the other. So the floor or a chair. On the chair, you're completely flat. Your buttocks are completely flat. Your feet on the floor, and there's no slanting or wiggling. On the sofa as well, you might dip into the sofa and you might be a little slanted one side or the other. So sofa is also not a good place to go ahead and do this practice. The compass, what do you need the compass for? The compass is because you want to be facing in a certain direction for this practice to be effective. In Sanskrit, it has been written that you should either be facing north or you should be facing east when you do this practice. So face north or face east. Go ahead and take the time to look at your compass and try to face either north or east as you practice this breath work with me today. The next thing that you want to do is you don't want to do this shifting hands one to the other. Your left hand might look like my right to you, but it's actually my left. Your left hand should just be to the side. You are not using your left hand at all. You're going to use your right hand only, and it's going to be in a specific mudra. It's going to be in the Nisagra mudra or in the Vijna mudra. Your index finger and your ring finger will be down, and your thumb is going to be your fire energy, and your ring finger will be known as the sun energy. Your fire energy will be covering your right nostril, and your sun energy will be covering up your left nostril as you practice. So that's the shift that you will have from one nostril to the other is only performed with one hand, your right hand. All right? And then you'll also cover both nostrils with your fire and your sun energies. All right? When you start the practice, you want to take a nice deep inhale and exhale through the nose. It's sort of like balancing things out, because what we are is, as we have all of this energy and we have all our different experiences throughout each day, we might confront that we have emotional imbalance, physical imbalance, mental imbalance. And what we want to do with this pranayama purification and this energy purification that we're trying to do is we're trying to come to a balance in our body. This shift that we have, where we have all of these blockages of physical, mental, emotional, this type of breath work is set to help us come into balance, to take those blockages and release them so that our energy channels are clear. It's sort of like, instead of having traffic jams within those energy highways, to have our toll roads completely open and free, and we are consistently traveling, and there are no traffic jams, no blockages, and traffic is flowing smoothly, and our energy is just going all the way around us, completely jam-free. And I hope this makes sense to you. So this is what it's for. So I'm going to explain the breath work and how it works, and then we'll do a few rounds together. Remember, you're going to take a nice deep inhale and exhale to kind of balance everything out. You're going to be in your Nisargadatta mudra, using your right hand only. Your left hand is down and relaxed. You're going to cover your right nostril first. You're going to inhale through the left nostril only. Nice, slow, deep inhale. You're going to cover both nostrils. Hold your breath as long as you can. And when you can't hold it anymore, you're going to open up the right nostril, exhale through the right nostril, empty out, inhale through the right nostril, and then cover up that right nostril. You're closing both nostrils. You're going to hold your breath as long as you can. And then you're going to open up the left nostril and then exhale through the left nostril. That makes up 1 round. You're going to do 10 rounds of this breath work. I know that it might sound like it's a lot of rounds, but you will find by about the 4th or 5th full round, you might start to feel that your body is relaxing a little bit. Some people get really anxious when they think about breath, and I can't hold it that long. Well, right technique, right practice, right results. So facing the right direction is important. How you sit and making sure that your body is completely flat is very important. Using the right mudra is very important. Using the right hand and fingers, very important. Right now, as we start this practice, don't punish yourself because you can't hold your breath as long as someone else says to hold it. They say if you inhale for a count of 4, you should hold multiplying it by 4 and then exhale multiplying it by 2. But right now, if you're just starting, it doesn't matter. Right now, with your breath, I want you to do the best that you can do. Inhaling slowly, holding as long as you can, and then exhaling, trying making it a little longer than your inhale. That's all I want you to focus on, is you doing the best that you can and not being so critical, judgmental, or panicking, which is really, really important. Just trying to get the technique right. All of the pieces coming together until you get really, really comfortable. Don't worry about counting your breath tempo. Later, when you get comfortable with this type of breath purification and you feel how it's working for you, go ahead and then start to do breath tempo where you can do 4 counts in, 16 count hold, 8 count exhale. I hope that makes sense. So let's practice a few rounds together, and then I'll let you go ahead and continue the rounds completely on your own. So with our Nisargadatta mudra, holding your right nostril, we're going to take a nice deep inhale and then exhale. Close that right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close both nostrils and hold. Open right nostril, exhale. Inhale through the right nostril. Hold both nostrils. Release the left nostril. Exhale through the left. That's round 1. Inhale through the left nostril. Close both nostrils. Hold your breath. Release the right nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right nostril. Close both nostrils. Hold your breath. Release the left nostril. Exhale left. That's round 2. Inhale left. Close the left nostril as well and hold your breath. When you're ready, release the right nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right nostril. Close both nostrils. Hold your breath. Release the left nostril. Exhale left. That's round 3. I want you to continue to do 7 more rounds. That'll be 10 rounds of Nadi Shodhana. I hope that this breath practice works for you. It is wonderful for anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, so many organ function issues, and just to purify and cleanse and get all of our blockages in balance. My name is Lilyvet, and this is Flow for Balance. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider doing so, and I will see you next time for a practice or a breath practice or a meditation. In the meantime, you take care and be